This is the Dharma talk from Laungphor Thongbai Phapassaro in Wat Naluang Temple, Udonthani, Thailand. For the candle, we need to lit it, make it bright and shine. And for the Dharma, we need to listen again and again to make the wisdom happen in the mind. In the world, we have the Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha. The Buddha is non-self, the Dharma is non-self, and the Sangha is non-self. They are non-self, but they have the power to make the world free from suffering. If self happens, it will make suffering to all the being and human. The negligence will bring to the disaster. But for a person who have a patience, can resist to all negligence, that person can be free from suffering. All the Dharma that we listen, everything in the frame of the wisdom. And today I will be talking about some Dharma to support, to making this wisdom to be better. The purpose that I bring everyone to come here to listen the Dharma. My purpose, the first one, is Metta, loving and kindness. I will talk with the Metta. I will think with the Metta, with loving and kindness. This is the Dharma that we need to have. And then the next one is we know and how to share happiness to the others. And the next purpose is about the Sila, morality. Sila and morality is like the best way to go to reach to the Nirvana and be free from suffering. It starts from the Sila. And the next one, my purpose is about all the intelligence, all the knowledge, all the wisdom finally will conclusion in the right view, right understanding. Because in the world, they have two views to understanding. The first one is self. Still have self after this. And the second one have the view that when you die, everything disappear, everything vanish, no continue, everything becomes zero and empty. So these two kind of the understanding, it making the suffering happen. And now we will talking about the Metta. If this world only have the rain, and then all the tree and all the human and animal will live happily, stay together, very happy. And for the mind, if the mind have the Metta, loving and kindness, all the bone in the body, all the mind, all the human being, all the being will live together without suffering. That's why the smart people, they said that the thing that support the world to live together is only the Metta, loving and kindness, to make all the beings stay together. Metta is the good Dharma, and Metta can fight with the negligence. Breathe in and breathe out. If you consuming negligence, you breathe in with the knife, you breathe out with the sword, that will cut your mind all the time. But if you breathe in and breathe out clean and clear, no negligence, then only the Metta remaining in your mind. Anyone who can do this, no matter what would you are, finally you will have the real taste of the Dharma for Metta in breathing in and breathing out. And this taste of Dharma is not easy to explain. But the real taste of life is about being mindful in every breathing in and out. So today I will be talking about the thing that we should not sharing, but this thing we need to have, everyone should have and must have. Metta is the verse of the Buddha. It can say like this is the place where the Buddha stay. Metta, loving and kindness. Khanti, patience. Sutti, the purity, and Panya, the wisdom. They are the four qualities of the Bodhisattva. This is the place where the Buddha happened. So if you have the Metta 25%, patience 25%, purity 25%, and the wisdom 25%, then you will have the Buddha sitting in the middle of your heart. So the Metta is like the first door to making the dharma happen. It's like when you go out from your house, you lock the door. When you want to get in your house, you need to open the door. The Metta is like that. Unlock everything in your heart first. So the Metta is very important. It's like the Dharma wheel spinning around the world and support the world because of the power of Metta. When you have loving and kindness in your heart, wherever you go, you don't need to pray and ask for any god, any ghost, any spirit to help and support you. When you have the Metta, the power of Metta will support you automatically. Because the Metta, loving and kindness, is the quality of the Buddha and the Brahman world. When you have the power of Metta support you, have the Barami, the good merit of Metta, wherever you go, the power of Metta will support you like the breathing in and out all the time. Breathe in, breathe out, no matter what stupid or smart people. But the Metta will support the mind to be free from suffering. So therefore, because of the Metta can make the whole world stay together, live together. Don't think that I am good with this, with that, don't need any support for Metta. Don't think like that. Because the Metta is the Dharma of the Buddha. There are three levels of the Metta. The first Metta Barami, the good merit of Metta. This level, the feeling of Metta is like a mother loving the children. And for Metta Upaparami, it's like the Metta in the middle level. This is belong to a father. And then the last one, the Supreme Metta, is for the Buddha. If you listen to this Dharma and you understand, you open your heart, open your mind for the Metta, then the result, the anger, the revengeful, and hate will run away, will be destroyed from your mind. So therefore, the right power of Metta, it can fight with the anger directly. You will know or don't know, doesn't matter. But the other benefit of the Metta, you will have the level Barami of Metta in the beginning, in the middle, or in the end, until the Supreme Metta. But the Metta will give one benefit. If you have the purity of the Metta, then you will have the immortal mind. Because the Metta is like the foundation, it's like the basic quality for the Brahman world. In the Brahman world, they live very long life. And also for the Arahant, the enlightened one, and the Buddha also have the quality of the Metta in the mind. When you consume the Metta power, your body, your spirit, your mind will stay in the peacefulness. And if you can making the Metta to get in meditation and have the Panya, the wisdom together, your mind not only stay in the peacefulness, but your mind will be bright and shine more than the sun. The peacefulness and the brightness will come together because of the Metta and Panya. Because when you have the power of Metta in your mind, the light for Metta is very deep, very bright and shine. Especially a person who practice meditation with the Metta feeling. They have the light of Metta shining in the mind. So when the anger happen, when the mind feel disturbed, when the mind feel don't like, when feel hate someone, somebody, we know immediately, we see immediately, oh, this is the enemy get in the mind, and then can remove, can eliminate immediately. So this is the power of the metta. If the mind have quality of the metta like this, example is like you sitting on the road and see you people come and go. The mind that have metta will see the defilement come, especially when the anger happen, when the mind feel uncomfortable and don't like something, the metta can detect. Therefore, the metta is really support the mind to be happy, to be peaceful. I want to say one word to compare that for the metta, it's like the rain is in the sky, and for the metta should be in every heart like that. Everyone should have the metta inside the mind. Do you dare or not? The rain is in the sky, and then the metta is in your heart. When the metta stay in the middle of your heart, your mind free from all the danger. When the metta stay in your heart will be bright and pure. The same thing when the rain drop to the earth, to the world is happy because the rain and coolness from this water. The same thing when the metta happen in your heart, very happy. And now I want to tell you something. You know, the metta will happen, and the root of metta happen from one thing. What is that? The root of metta is free from dislike. The moment that your mind feel irritated, feel disturbed, feel don't like, so this kind of feeling will destroy metta. But if your mind free from them, then the metta will happen from this point. And beside that, the other root of the metta is don't have the wrong view. For benefit of the metta, have 11 benefit. We don't need to talk about that. It have in the book already. But totally, the benefit of metta is bring the happiness to the mind. Therefore, I want you to set up foundation of the metta, like your mother, stay in your heart for 30%. And then we have the metta of the father, the metta in the middle level for 30%. When we talk, we think, we do, we have the metta go first. It's like when we get in the cave, in the dark place, then we set up the fire. And when we go out from the cave, we don't have any danger. Can use this power of the metta of the father. The father is like a middle person who create the world. So if we can use this power of a mother and the father, the mother is the metta, a father is the wisdom. If we can use these two quality, yes, the first metta come together with the sila, and the second metta come together with the panya, with the wisdom. But for the last metta, the supreme metta, that belong to the Buddha. Like for me myself, before I talk, I think, I do any action, before I sit, stand, walk, and lay down, I will think of the metta first. Because the metta is support the world and help the world, heal the world, is only the metta. So if you come to practice and learn the dharma, you start from the metta, become the foundation of the quality in your mind. Then the practice will be easy. We don't have any problem. Your mind will full with the rapture and happiness. But if you have a perfect metta with the patience, then your mind will be pure, bright, clean and clear, free from anger, no more hate, no more dislike, no more don't like, no more unsatisfied. Don't have the moment of the disturb in the mind. even though the lust, the sensual desire, will reduce a lot. So the power of the metta can bring the quality of the dharma in the mind. The metta can clean and clear the mind, make the mind pure. And this purity can make the mind free from all suffering, go out from the circle of the suffering. And then when your mind have the metta for 50%, the Buddha or the Buddha will appear in your mind. The mind will realize and see this body that the mind stay, this body in the place of the dead. Don't have any moment to escape from the dead in this body. Sit, stand and walk, lay down, only stay with birth, sick, old and die only, nothing else. Can see it clearly. It's same like me, no matter what people say like this, like that. But for me, I can see them clearly in the mind. No matter what they say, see the birth and death clearly. This is the wisdom that happen in the mind. So therefore, this quality of the Buddha, have the metta and have the wisdom. If you can have it, then you can fight with the death. So now you come to learn and practice the dharma. You will know, you will see. You don't know, don't see, don't understand. It's alright, no problem. But you just keep follow what I said. And try to do it again and again. And finally, you have the result. This is the real Abhidharma, the supreme Dharma, is at here. Not like the Abhidharma in the book that explain how many quality of the mind, not like that. But this supreme Dharma is about the quality of the metta become the foundation in the mind first. Or the Arahant, or the enlightened monk, or the noble monk, the noble disciple, they consume this quality of the Dharma, the same thing, the metta. No matter what would you are, you ordained to be a monk or nun, you are layman, laywoman. If you have this same quality of the Dharma, will be the same, have the same taste of metta, have the same Dharma, will have the same quality of the mind. Because the real taste of the metta, loving and kindness, patience, purity and wisdom, have one taste, it's salt. Salt like the taste of the ocean. The whole ocean only have one taste, it's salty. So a person will have the taste of metta if you consume it and have it. Wherever you go, you will be loved. You will sleep happily, wake up happily. No nightmare. You won't die with the weapon or a poison. So like 11 benefit from the metta is a lot. More than any kind of dharma. The metta give more benefit than the others. So now the first, remember about the metta very well first, and try to consume, try to have this metta in your mind, because it's very important. If you have the metta foundation in your mind, then you can practice and learn the other dharma easier. And now, hopefully you understand about the metta. Then the next one I will be talking about one problem for the practitioner. In the 5 hindrances, the enemy in the mind, one thing is the big problem is doubt and question. When the doubt and question happen, it's blocking the way to the nirvana. Many people in the world, before they talk, they think, they do, doubt and question happen already. When it happen like this, the mind cannot go further. So the Buddha says, a person will have doubt and question. This person stuck, cannot go anywhere. So what is this kind of doubt and question? Doubt and question is blocking the way to enlighten to be Sodaban. The eyes of Dharma cannot happen because of doubt and question. When doubt and question happen, this is the problem in the mind. Doubt and question in the past, in the future, in the present. Sometimes doubt and question with the five aggregate. Doubt and question with yourself. And keep your mind stay in the darkness. So therefore today, I want to remove doubt and question. It can say like, I want to destroy the defilement, lust, anger, ignorance, and the five hindrances. One of them is doubt and question. Everyone sitting in here, no one can destroy them. Don't say that, I know already, I see already. It's not like that with this doubt and question. If you say like that, you are negligent person. So essential of dharma in your mind. So now you should focus is one thing. How to remove the five hindrances. One is the sensual desire. And lazy and sleepy, sloth and torpor. Restless mind, think too much. Doubt and question. You can remove all of them, then you will see the nirvana. So the moment when your mind free from sensual desire, no anger, no sloth and torpor, no restless mind, no doubt and question, you will see that moment your mind will have the stillness and peacefulness. So today that we come together, I want you to remove these five hindrances, because you are the slave of them for a very long time already. Because everyone sitting at here, no one can escape from them. For me, I have been fighting with them for a very long time. So now, if you want to go out to be free from suffering, it starts from these five hindrances. Hot and cold is five hindrances. Birth and death is five hindrances. Suffering and happiness is five hindrances. And finally, these five hindrances become the big enemy to all the beings. And these five hindrances cover the mind, cover the eyes, and cover the death. All the beings come back with the birth and death again and again with the suffering. Because the power of the five hindrances cover all of them. But if you can destroy these five hindrances, then no more death, no more birth. It stops. But when the moment you can destroy these five hindrances, you can stop them, the peacefulness will happen, and the extinction of the suffering will happen. The liberation will happen, and then the nirvana will happen like the process. That's why for me, I practice very hard. I give everything to destroy these five hindrances. And finally, it don't have any power with my mind. The five hindrances is nothing, cannot hurt my mind anymore. So therefore, I want to tell you, if you want to see the path to be free from suffering, now you need to destroy the five hindrances first. Because I see that we're learning so many things. Learning from the book, learning in the classroom, so many professionals and professors in this world. But when I see them, for them outside still have the defilement, inside still have the five hindrances. The fire of suffering still burning everyone. Then how could you teach the people? How could you tell the people to be free from suffering? It's not easy like that way. So therefore, if the outside you still have the fire of defilement, inside you still have the fire of five hindrances. No matter what would you are, you still stay with them, living with them. Sensual desire, anger, sloth and torpor, restless, doubt and question. No one can escape from them, even one single moment of the mind. It's very pity, very ugly that the mind living with them, stay with them. So therefore today you come to listen Dharma. Hopefully you understand. You should make your eye, your ears, your body, your mind free from five hindrances, because they are like the fire burning all the time. So don't let the five hindrances stay in your heart. Don't let them support your heart. So therefore the Buddha, he said that in this world, the five hindrances cover everything. In this world, the five hindrances block everything. In this world, the five hindrances consume everything. All the being stay under them. The five hindrances control all the being. Every mind have it, cannot escape from them. So therefore the Buddha, he said, this is the original problem is at here. Therefore I need to destroy the five hindrances, remove all the attachment, remove all the craving. And that's why the Buddha said, I must succeed in this life to end off the suffering. And talking about us, like we are sitting here, how many people, how many percent in your heart that you have the power to destroy these five hindrances? You don't have any percent to fight with them. So you are in the jail of the five hindrances. You are in their cage. You be hot and cold, bright and dark, suffer happiness with the five hindrances like this. When though you will fly up in the sky, there's still sensual desire up there. Or you will go up deep in the earth, still have the anger waiting for you. And no matter what, your mind will think so many things, have many things, know many things in your mind. But if you still have the five hindrances, these five hindrances will still blocking your mind. Block the way to enlightenment, block the way to nirvana. So if you don't remove these five hindrances, and you want to talk about enlightened, about nirvana, yes, you can say that, you can talk about that. But no matter what you say and explain about liberation, freedom and nirvana, if the five hindrances still in your mind, you still stay in the darkness. How could it become like this? Actually, the five hindrances don't have any power, don't have any strength, but we are stupid. We have the delusion. Just go with them, join with them. Like I told you, your eyes see, your ear listen, your body have contact, your mind know. If you know, understand the five hindrances, you will be bright and clean and clear. But if you don't know the five hindrances, then you stay with the darkness with them. So now, no matter what would you are, if you don't destroy the five hindrances, you will be suffer. You will have the danger, and the hell will happen with you often and often in your mind. And finally, these five hindrances can drag you down in the deepest place. It's called the hell. You see, many people, they die with the bad karma, like Devadatta, the monk in the past, stay in the deepest hell because the power of the five hindrances make them do that. Yes, so many people learning about this, know the five hindrances already, but you only learn, don't remember. You only learn, you don't practice. You only learn, and you don't cut them, don't destroy them. Then how could you be free from them, from these five hindrances? Even though the Deva in the heaven, or the Brahman in the Brahman world, still living with these five hindrances. You see, even though up to the sky in the Brahman world, the five hindrances still there. Reach to the earth with the human world, or deep to the hell, the newborn, the five hindrances still there, cover everything, everyone. Then these five hindrances take over all the worlds, all the realms. That's why the suffering hitting again and again. But if you can destroy five hindrances, you will close the sky, close the earth, close all the world. The world of five hindrances, the world of defilement, will be closed. And then you might free from them. The five hindrances cannot come back. This will be the best moment in your life. That's why I want to tell everyone, now it's time for you to wake up, to get up. So if you have the faithfulness, you believe and trust in the Buddha, you be mindful and have the effort, have the wisdom, then the five hindrances cannot come back to you, cannot come to destroy you. Because this kind of dharma will remove and destroy all the defilement and the five hindrances. So now I want to tell you, don't go to start the dharma in the book. Someone study the abhidharma in the book. In the book, the knowledge from the book cannot fight with the five hindrances, cannot destroy the defilement. The abhidharma, the supreme dharma, is the real wisdom, the real intelligence of the Buddha that have paid from the practice and then can destroy the five hindrances. In the book explains so many things, many sections of the mind, but actually only one mind, one moment of the mind that you have to know them, to see them and practice them. So therefore now you can choose. If you want to have the supreme dharma, abhidharma, you see it's a good merit. Anything that good dharma can make you have the wisdom, have the intelligence, make your mind go in the good way. Before you talk, you think, you do, you consume them, consume the good merit. Or in the other way, before you talk, you think, you do, you consume the five hindrances. Which one you will choose? Which way you will go? And when will you should do? Some people said, oh, maybe tomorrow, next month, next year, next 10 years. And actually every moment is passing. The time eating you. Every moment. Finally, you will realize when your mouth have no teeth, your hair turn to gray, your skin have the wrinkle. Now you are getting old, will be sick and die soon. And what are you waiting for? Because the five hindrances, you can see them easily, can know them easily, can let go them easily. Don't wait for the day to come. It will be too late. If you want to fight with the five hindrances, the first one, the sensual desire. Now you contemplate and practice about asubha, the impurity, the 10 impurity in the body, and learning about the 32 parts in the body, and see the death in the body, see the process of the death in the body. And for the anger and revengeful, you practice to have the metta, loving and kindness that we explained earlier. And for the restless mind, so you cut all the thinking of sensual desire, thinking of revengeful, thinking want to hurt and harm someone. And for sloth and torpor, now you practice the samatha, the meditation, have the effort to do that. And for doubt and question, you should know how to contemplate and analyze it, use the wisdom. Especially, contemplate in the five aggregates. Until you understand these five aggregates, this body and mind clearly, then no more doubt and question. If you end up doubt and question, you will see that the time in the future is very long time, never end. When you end up doubt and question, now the time stay with you. And remove the root of the craving. This is better than you taking something else in your life. So now abhidharma is the supreme dharma. The supreme dharma is you can defeat the five hindrances. And the bad dharma, the dark dharma, is the five hindrances. So everyone who's sitting at here, if you can defeat the five hindrances, now you are not a normal human. Cannot say you are a human. You will be a noble one, the enlightened one, the arahant one. A person who can destroy five hindrances, that person is a noble person, the enlightened person, not a normal human. So now the good dharma, the good merit, in the end is the nirvana. But for the bad dharma, the bad karma, in the end is the hell. So if you understand this Dharma talk, then the five hindrances cannot build a house in your mind, because the good karma, good Dharma will destroy the five hindrances. If you consume the good Dharma, no anger, no lust, no ignorance, then all the fire of the defilement will be stopped. So now you should work, do little work for your heart, do a big work to your mind, until you can destroy all the darkness, all the danger, all the five hindrances in your mind. And finally, you will have the real nirvana happen in your mind. Why you don't want to be free from suffering? Why you love to stay with the suffering? You have the right view or the wrong view. So therefore, if you love your life, you love yourself, you should destroy the enemy. Remove them from your heart, from your mind. If you don't kill them, they will kill you. These five hindrances. Or you will trust somebody else, or you don't trust yourself. Why I say like this? Because for me, I don't see anyone can help me. Because when the anger happen, lust happen, ignorance happen, no one can help you. Only yourself can help yourself. When the suffering happen, only yourself can heal yourself. No one can help you. And finally, I give everything in the practice, and the mindfulness happen when I practice. So that's why today I tell you, now you should consume the Supreme Dharma 100%. To stop five hindrances, it cannot continue in your heart anymore. The Supreme Dharma is the nirvana. The black Dharma is a hell. Okay, finally, in the end, hopefully everyone will be mindful in the practice, and you can destroy all the defilement and the five hindrances. And finally, you free from suffering, free from all the circle of the suffering. May you end of birth and becoming, and reach to the nirvana very soon. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.